Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully make dynamic our client portions, right? So now we can actually manage your all the clients from your backend. So now in this video, I want to work to our another page as a contact page. If you go to that contact, so into the contact page, what exactly we did. Like if you, right now we don't need this, I just simply remove everything from here. Okay, so in our index page, so into the index, if you go to that URL and into the URL here, you can see that is actually our path as a contact us. Into the view, that is our contact us to one of the function, and into the function area, if you go to that view and here, so that is our contact us, right? So here I just simply loaded our contact.html. That means I just simply return one of the render contact.html. That means that is our template. Into the template, that is the contact.html, and here I extended our layouts.html and then our block for the title and then block for our content, right? So now you can see that is our layout is visible. That means in our layout, there is our header part, there is a footer part, and that is our main content part. That means our block content. So now I want to update it. If you want to update it, it's pretty much simple. I think you already know about it, what exactly you have to do. Like in our template, if you go to our contact page, so into the contact page here, I only want to take this main part, right? So I want to take this part. So if you want to take it, first of all, you have to open our contact.html. Now that is our contact.html. I open it. So I simply open it. Okay. So into the contact.html here, I think you remember that part. So I have already added all the our CSS. There is our body, there is header part. So I have already added in that things in our layout area, right? And also the layout, that is our main part, that is the main ID. If you open our layout, into the layout area, you can see I have already added our body, that is total menu, and I have already added our main ID. That means our main ID I have added, and that is actually in our block content part. So now I want to actually take our, after this main part, that is our bottom. Okay, so from here I want to actually select everything. So I just select everything, that is our footer part. So before this main, that is our end content section. I just simply copy it, and now in our contact HTML here, into the blog area, I just simply paste it, right? So I just simply paste it on here. So right now we don't need this, I remove it. And now if you click as a save all, and now if you refresh our page, that means that is our contact us page, click as a refresh. Yes, you can see it's pretty much simple. It's totally updated. So that is our all that location, email, and the contact, and that have also one of the form. Everything is now pretty well. So friend, before I have worked for our index page, right? For the index page, I have created one of the apps, right? I have created one of the application for a specific this index. So better for the contact page, I want to create another application, then it will be better. So if you want to create this new applications right now, that is our index. So everything index related, that means home, that everything home related, everything I want to save in our this application, that's the index application. And so now I want to do work for our contact. So for the contact, I want to create another app. So our server is running, and then our in particular that area. So here I want to create another application. So if you want to create that application, I think you remember that things, that what exactly you have to do. You have to write down as a Django, and then admin, and into the Django admin there is start app, and then I name it as a whatever you want. So now I just name it for contact. Okay, so I want to create one of the application. Our application name will be as a contact. So now if you click as a enter, now it will be created one of the folder in particular that area as a contact, right? So now you can see it's now perfectly created one of the application. Our application name I just added as a contact. So now that is our contact. Perfect. So now I want to actually change it. So our first work is we have to add this application in our main portfolio setting, right? So into the main portfolio settings, here we have to add that. So I just simply copy it and here it should be, I have created our this application name as a contact. Sorry. So that is our application name. I just simply added in our setting. So make that sure you add it. So that is our first work. So I just simply remove it. And then also into the contact area, I want to create one of the URLs, because of all into the application area they have no URL, right? Only there is actually the view file. So now I want to create one of the URLs. That means the urls.py, right? So that will be our urls.py. So before I have already loaded our contact in our index. So now I want to actually change it. So if you want to change it, what exactly you have to do, like in our index, that is our index URL. So better I just copy everything from here. Okay, so right now we don't need this contact. So for the contact I have created another new application. So now I want to add it in our this URL area. That means in our contact, into the contact URL, here I just simply paste it. So friend, I hope you already know that what exactly you have to do. So that is our Django URLs, that is our input path, and that is our input, our view. That means that is actually our view. Okay. So right now here we don't need this, also we don't need this. I just simply remove both of this. Here I only want to do, I want to load our path. That will be as a contact us, that is a contact us. Perfect. So that is our sister, our application. And now also in our main, that means in our main portfolio, that is our main one, that is a URLs area, and into the URLs area we have to create new one. So before I have created another application for the employee. So now I want to add our new one. That means here I default I name it as a like contact us. Okay, so I just name it as a contact us, and I want to include our which one? I want to include our contact URL, right? That means this contact URL I want to include in our main parents one. That means here I name it as a contact. That is our contact URL. Right friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So now what exactly it should be do? It should be redirected to our when it should be /contact, then it should be included our contact URL. That means this contact, and that is actually a contact URL, right? So to the contact URL I want to make the things as our home. That will be our contact URL home. And into the view area I want to create one of the method as a contact us, and that is actually our name. So I have already created this method before in our index. That means into the index, if you go to that our index view, here you can see I have already created it. So right now we don't need this. I just simply cut it from here. And now in our contact view here, I want to actually create it. Okay, so by default they have the render. So with this render I just simply request it it should be redirected to our contact.html page. Okay friends, so now I just make as individual for the contact page. So right now I just simply remove everything. Okay, I just simply remove everything. So now it should be very much clear to you. So what exactly we did, we add our setting, and into the URL area I just added our contact us, include our contact URL, then it should be redirected to our this contact, and then contact URL, that means here. So it should be as a home. Okay, that means the contact home, and then into the view, input view, into the contact, that is actually one of the method as a contact us method. I just named that path as a contact. Okay, that means it should be redirected to our views. So into the views, so in our contact views, so that is our request, and then return render with this request HTML, that means the contact.html. So it should be loaded. Everything will be just like that same. Now I just click as a save all, and now first of all I want to check our server is totally running well. And now if you go home, that is our home page, and if you go to that contact, yes, you can see it's pretty much the same things, but right now that is actually loaded with our different one of the individual application. I hope friend it's very much clear to you. So now that is our contact page. We successfully did that work. So now in our next video I want to actually create another table. I want to create another table for the contact, and this part, that means the location, the email, the call. So everything I want to manage it from our backend. So for the reasons here we have to create one of the table. So how can do that work? How can make this part as dynamic? In our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.